Today I am going to show you the repotting of Cycus Revoluta bonsai. It is almost 14-year-old. You can see how the parallel roots of this Gymnosperm and all these Cycads, they have a very interesting root structure, very long roots, and it was much delayed for repotting. But you have to chop them off because once you repot, these roots can rot and can create trouble for you. There is no taproot or there is no special lateral roots. These are all parallel roots. Most of the cycads have this kind of root structure. Better to chop off the centermost roots rather than chopping the side roots. Plant like to get nutrients from the side roots rather than the lower and central roots. The plants look quite healthy and nice. As such, by rule, at least you have to chop off 1/3 roots, depending on which season you are repotting, depending on the health of the plant. Here you can see my plant looks very good. Now I had no time to search for a bigger pot, but somehow this oval pot, cement pot, temporarily I use this pot as a growing pot. But only drawback is when you lift this pot, it becomes very, very heavy with the soil in it. All the bigger drainage holes you need to cover with a plastic or a wire mesh. You can see there are nice 3 big holes. Drainage is a very important factor for most of the cycads. They want a soil very nice and the drainage should be good. They don't like root rot, especially the stagnation of water in the bottom of the pot. As a rule, you need to fix this wire mesh on the bottom hole, otherwise it may be misplaced and the soil can clog the drainage hole, put the plant in trouble. I am using the simpler method. There are many methods of fixing the wire mesh with the help of wire. You can use an aluminum wire or a copper wire, and this wire also helps you to tie the plant to the pot so that it doesn't move. So this fixation is very, very important, especially the tall plant like this 14-year-old Cycus Revoluta. And first you put some stony crocks or broken pot pieces, or if you can get a clay balls also, you can use it. The bottom layer nicely filled with this clay crocks, and even sometimes you can use some concrete small stones. But the problem with the concrete, the whole pot can become very, very heavy and shifting may be a big trouble. Now, normally I use a kind of a medium which has 50% sand and 20% vermicompost and little bit of neem cake as an antiseptic material for soil. If you want, you can use little bit of perlite in this. The down layer I put a sand, and then slowly middle layer mixed up material. This plant has a deep base because I have cut many roots, so you need to put soil little, a kind of a hill pattern. And now plant looks quite nice. It has got a beautiful cortex and is overgrown. I have removed actually 1 flush of leaves from the down. They were unhealthy and not looking so good. Normally these plants give 2 flushes of leaves every year depending on the season and depending on the type of cycus you have. I have fixed the plant in the pot firmly so that it doesn't move. Now this, you can see this packet. What I am taking out is neem cake, and this is a little bit of bone meal as a nourisher. Although cycas plants do not need very heavy fertilizing soil, but reasonable fertilizer is a must in the soil. Compost can take care of this. Do not use red soil or a black soil because they might get clog the plant and doesn't allow the roots to breathe and grow properly. Slowly fill up the soil mix. Remember always, whenever you repot or add soil to your plants, make sure that there are no air spaces left in the soil that may dry up the plant. So you need to nicely fix it. You can take any tool. I am just taking the handle of this small pliers. So this gently fixes your soil to the down and set the roots nicely. If you want, you can paint this pot from outside. Ideally, this should be done before repotting. Pot is big enough. Basically, this is not going to be the final pot for this plant. This pot I am using as a growing pot because this is slightly bigger in size, and it can make the cortex more thicker. Plant will look more rugged and the maturity of the plant can be displayed properly. And the balance of the plant also will be better in this kind of heavy pot. That's the idea why I took the cement pot, because these cycas plants, when they grow, the leaves can grow very bigger in size sometimes. And you can see all these small plantlets are around the trunk. They can all grow into small plants, and you can separate them eventually. On the top layer again, I would like to add some sand so that it doesn't take off the top soil of vermicompost when you water the plants. Yes, this looks nice. The plant is ready. The repotting is done nicely and it is firmly placed. This looks very nice. And these kind of plants, when you pot, there is no front and back side. You should be able to look at the plant from any direction, because the leaves are arranged in a circular manner, so there is no conventional side of the bonsai to watch like other styles. Yes, it is complete. Thank you very much.